What's up with patents? Because of the nature of the topics involved, I will refer to all people and businesses by their initials that are listed in any of the articles that I'll be reporting on. Please read along for specific names, or I encourage you to go check out the full articles yourself. All links will be in the description box. This is just many examples regarding the issues concerning patents. We will cover more as the series progresses. Not only that, but we will learn what type and how certain inventions have affected us as a society, and hopefully shed some light on what changes need to be made in order to fix the problems with our patenting system. Basically, what I have learned is corrupt people have been systematically enriching themselves through our broken patent system. The first thing that was obvious to me is the timeline of notable changes made to our patent system and under which administrations. The Patent Act was passed in 1952 by then President Truman on the tail end of World War II and Operation Paperclip. Operation Paperclip. From 1945 to 1955, Operation Paperclip granted nearly 1,000 German scientists American citizenship. Many have been longtime members of the Nazi Party and the Gestapo, and had conducted experiments on humans at concentration camps and committed other war crimes. The scientists ended up in the U.S. military-industrial complex, worked with one of the three-letter alphabet soup agencies, NASA, and more. One of the Nazi experiments that continued in America was mind control, which is a whole nother topic. But a lot of these technologies that the Germans had were patented in our patented system. The AIPA consolidated laws were enacted under then former President C in 1999 and expanded in 2002. United States Code Title 35 under patents. List of specific points of interest in the rules and regulations of AIPA 1999, and where I have highlighted, the directors shall not enter into an agreement to provide such copies of specifications and drawings of United States patents and applications to a foreign country other than a NAFTA country or a WTO member country without the express authorization of the Secretary of Commerce. Right here, the 1999 AIPA directly tied into NAFTA and WTO. That's important to remember. The AIA law was enacted under then former President O in 2013. Global impacts of the AIA. On September 16, 2011, former President O signed into law the Leahy-Smith America Invents Act, or AIA. The new law represented 8 years of alleged tireless efforts by Congress and stakeholders to craft a new bill that makes the most significant reforms to the U.S. patent law system in 60 years. For example, I have two things highlighted here. The first is very important, the transitioning the U.S. to a first-to-file system. Okay, this officially took us from the first to invent to a first-to-file system, which is huge. Not to mention, let's look a little further down, consistent with international norms, the definition of prior art now includes non-printed disclosures, including oral disclosures made available to the public anywhere in the world, providing prior art effect to U.S. patent applications as of their foreign priority dates, thus eliminating the Hilmer Doctrine. As I have researched, I have stumbled across great info that is shedding some light on what's up with our patent system. One being from excerpts from Americans for Innovation's blogspot. I urge you to visit the Americans for Innovation's blog spot for full details and timeline. Please support and share their information. I was blown away by all the amazing hard work they have done to bring this information to the light, and the link is right here. This is a direct quote from the American for Innovation's blog spot. Quote, "The following 1990-2018 timeline and supporting facts provide unmistakable evidence of dereliction of duty, public corruption, the appearance of impropriety, racketeering, monopoly, and antitrust by senior U.S. government officials, H, Y, and S academics from these Ivy League colleges and alumni, judges, law firms, and their commercial accomplices. American patent law itself has been hijacked by these individuals and their organizations." Close quote. Continuing on, quote, "Constitutional quiz. What are the only property rights that the founders considered important enough to actually write into the Constitution?" The answer, patents and copyrights. President George Washington himself signed the first U.S. patent, on July 31, 1790. The founders knew the importance of innovation and invention and created the patent system to protect the young republic's inventors. They believed patents would grow the economy with new ideas that create new jobs and wealth. But without patent protection, inventors and their investors have no incentive to risk their time and treasure to do the hard work of inventing. Quote, "But a pattern of public-private corruption, as shown in the following timeline, allowed the well-financed vendor of social networking to steal L's invention, reproduce the design, and then use their ill-gotten gains to perpetuate their crime. They excused their theft by falsely asserting that the technology system was, quote, open source, unquote, software. What inventor wants to spend years perfecting and patenting an invention that may then be stolen with impunity? What investor will trust his investment to a government that will not protect this entrepreneurial risk?" One of the websites I stumbled over is the Electronic Frontier Foundation, or EFF. They have put together a lot of information regarding fixing our current patent system. Below are some highlights from their website. The patent system is broken. Quote, "Patents may have been created to help encourage innovation, but instead they regularly hinder it. The U.S. Patent Office, overwhelmed and underfunded, issues questionable patents every day. Patent trolls buy too many of these patents and then misuse the patent system to shake down companies big and small. Others still use patents to limit competition and impede access to new knowledge, tools, or other innovations." Below we explain these problems in more detail and why we believe it's time to start over. EFF has always stood up for the freedom to tinker and the right to innovate. It's time the patent system did the same. That's why EFF is launching a new campaign around patents. Patent Fail in Defense of Innovation. Check back here for updates, and I recommend you do so. They have great info. We have just gone over just a few examples of why we need to fix our patent laws and what is wrong with them. I'm going to continue this series and we are going to go over a lot more. I just trying to keep it simple and trying to keep it short because this is such detailed information. So I hope you'll keep checking back. Stay tuned for upcoming video where we will find out what is patented and how it affects us. Also, what can we do about our broken patent system? That, I believe, has been broken intentionally. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Let's get this message out there.